Hi, I'm Caleb Bramwell, founder of the EDAFI project. I'm going to be taking you for a tour of the EDAFI Android application on an emulated Google Nexus 10 device. At the top of the screen we have the toolbar, currently showing the home toolbar. Selecting any one of the buttons on the home toolbar will take you to the corresponding toolbars. Let's go to the component toolbar. On the left hand side we've got the home button. Pressing the home button will always take you back to the home toolbar. Okay, now back to the component toolbar. Selecting the component will open an Add Component dialog. In the history list are the last 5 components which you have used. Clicking List All will list all the libraries stored in the EDAFI/lib folder on the SD card. Selecting a library from this list will list all the components stored in that library. Let's select Transformer. Okay, let's add that to the schematic. Touching and dragging your finger across the workspace will draw the component at that position. Releasing your finger will make the component permanent. To move the component, first select the home button. Selecting the home button enables you to select components as well as scrolling the workspace. Let's select the transformer component by touching anywhere within its bounds. To move the component, select the Edit toolbar. The default action for the Edit toolbar is Move. To move the component, simply make sure the Move button is selected and drag your finger across the workspace. The component will be drawn at the point touched. When you release your finger, the object's move will be permanent. Let's add a wire to the schematic. Selecting the wire button shows the wire toolbar. The default action selected in the wire toolbar is the wire action. Other actions include bus, bus to wire entry, bus to bus entry, junction, and graphic lines. To draw a wire, ensure the wire button is selected and touch the workspace. This is the start point of the wire. Dragging your finger across the screen will draw a wire between the start point and your finger. Releasing your finger will make the wire permanent. By default, wire segments are drawn with the start point being the end point of the last segment drawn. To draw a completely new wire, select the wire command again. Let's view the menu toolbar. The menu toolbar provides us with actions for file functions as well as starting new activity, such as the component editor. Let's take a look at the component editor. When the component editor starts, it automatically opens the last component edited. To change this, go into the menu toolbar and select the library open action. This will display a list of all the libraries. Selecting a library will change the current working library to the one selected. Selecting open component displays a list of all the components in the current working library. Selecting a component will open it for editing. New components may be edited by the component new action. This presents you with a dialog for creating a new component. Fields such as name, description, keywords, and the library may be changed. Currently, linking a datasheet to the component is not supported. Let's create a 7-segment display. The current working library is device. We should probably change that to display. We can now open the component using the Open Component command. On the home toolbar, we are presented with options for adding pins, circles, arcs, lines, rectangles, and text. When we select the pin command, we are presented with a dialog for adding a pin. We may add fields such as pin name, pin number, length, change fields such as orientation, type, and style. To draw a circle, select the circle command. Touching the screen will define the center point of the circle. Dragging your finger across the screen will define the radius. Releasing your finger makes the circle permanent. Dragging the edge of the circle may be accomplished by selecting the circle and using the drag command. A similar approach may be used for drawing rectangles and lines. First, ensure the arc command is selected. Draw a line on the screen from left to right, determine the x radius of the arc. Then drag your finger vertically on the screen, determining the y-axis. The next movement is the rotation movement. Moving your finger across the screen will change the rotation of the arc. Note, be careful when using the arc command that you draw it in the position you want, as moving and selecting arcs are not yet supported. If at any point you get stuck, help may be accessed by the question mark in the menu toolbar. This presents you with a list of icons of the different actions with their names next to them. Selecting an item on the list will give you more information on that action, as well as an example of that in use. Let's go back to our schematic editor. Now we're here, let's save our schematic. Here we are presented with a file manager on the left hand side, as well as 2 text fields. The top one is the parent folder, and the bottom is the file. Note you should only edit the bottom file field. When entering the file name, do not include any file extensions. EDAFI automatically does this for you. Opening the file may now be done with the open command. Thank you very much for viewing the EDAFI project, and I hope you have fun creating schematics. Be sure to check back for the full version soon.